Good evening, good people. Good evening, good evening, good evening. TikTok. Welcome, YouTubers, TikTokers. I'm getting ready to get on one more platform. TikTokers, those of you that are here, new to the page, to the channel, I'm going to be giving you some instructions today. YouTube, you guys could see, right? It's not backwards on your end, correct? I think I got to turn it around for you all. I got to mirror it. Right. Not TikTok could see. Correct. Perfect. Okay. Just how I want it. All right. So tonight, class is in session. What we're doing here tonight. So TikTok, you guys are my main platform, you and YouTube. So what I would like to let you know is, hello, welcome. I provide a lot of free content on this channel. So what I need you to do right now is start double tapping this screen. If you are on YouTube watching this channel, it's about 8 of you guys here. If you're new here, welcome. But you're going to get a lot of information tonight. So I need you to like the video, like the page. I don't think you can really share too much on YouTube. I'm not sure, but you definitely can like this page and video. TikTokers, let's roll. You guys have to consistently double tap that screen. This information needs to get out to more people. Many people charge you guys hundreds of thousands of dollars for the information that I'm giving you tonight. So at any point in time, if you want to act funny, I will stop talking. I will not answer questions. All right. So that's all I ask you to do. Help me help you. Help me help you. Help me help you. So once you start actually double tapping that screen and getting those likes up, then I will actually start talking, because we have way too many people on here. And that just really shows that you guys are not double tapping the screen. So when you get people that come on free platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, that actually decide to share credit information with you, financial information with you, I'm a financial literacy empowerment pusher. All right. So that's all you got to do. It's not hard. Tap in. Then we'll go ahead and get started. Tonight, I'm talking about credit. I'm talking about Navy Federal. I'm talking about how credit works. I'm going to talk to you about how I just flipped $5,000 in 6 months and doubled my money with Navy Federal. Okay. If you don't know credit, you don't understand taxes, you don't understand some things, this is a very important page for you to be following here. Welcome. My name is Patrice Stewart, the realest tax and business strategist you'll ever meet. Over 18 years of experience in the accounting, banking, finance, tax industry. I'm not new to this. I've been doing this. Been educating my community. So when you get people like me and when you get access to people like me, appreciate that, because I definitely will not be here forever. Definitely will not be online as much in 2023. You will only have access to me in private communities, because people like me, they don't want you to understand. They don't want you to learn. And a lot of y'all don't appreciate people like us. So when we go underground, then you know why. I'm a little frustrated today. I'm talking and speaking today, but I'm gonna just really tell you honestly, I'm a little frustrated today. I'm a little frustrated with people who look like me. Real frustrated. But I'm gonna get past that frustration tonight. All right. I'm gonna get past it and I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, which is put this information out here. So let's roll. If you are, it don't matter if your credit is the best or not. It doesn't have to be the best. All right. It's not about your credit necessarily being the best right now. But what you need to know and understand is, if you don't know credit, if you don't know how credit works, how credit is valuable in this country that we live in, let me just give you that tip real quick. Today, in the times that we live in right now, a lot of y'all are not paying attention. Somebody made a post today on Facebook talking about these new Jordans that dropped, right? It was over 100 comments on this drop of Jordans today. Okay. Some of these same people in these comments I'm looking at, y'all can't afford a class or a workshop, but you can afford $180 Jordans. Okay. All right. So don't get that. But let me also say something to you. If you're not paying attention to what's going on that's happening in this country, you're blinded. If your whole conversation all this week has been about Kanye and his comments and feelings and you and your feelings, once again, you're blinded. You're not paying attention. Okay? You're blinded. Let me just say that. So, while everybody mad right now, just pay attention and make sure that these same companies that I'm talking about, they're all white owned. These banks that I'm talking about, they're all white owned. Let that sink in. So if you're gonna be mad at one, just have that same energy for everybody else. I'm gonna just say that and let's get to rolling. All right, Navy Federal. I shared with you all plenty of times. TikTokers, y'all know clearly what I'm talking about. But I've been sharing with you all for months about Navy Federal. Navy Federal is not the only credit union. Let me just state that. Okay. If you do not have Navy Federal, cool. 800,000 other credit unions out here. All right. Navy Federal is just the #1 credit union in the nation. That's it. Okay. So this not the page here to be going over. Can I get you in? No, I can't get you in. You got to figure out how to get in yourself. Once you in, then you can take advantage of some of the stuff I'm talking about, or you can take this information and you can utilize it with another credit union like PenFed, USAA. Okay. It's several credit unions. Navy Federal is not the only one. So let me just state that. But I share with you guys with Navy Federal, there are a couple of secured options, right? Taxes is also getting ready to come up, which is another reason why I've been on here talking to y'all, because I need you to understand and have a game plan for this upcoming tax time and season. Because if you one of them, once again, that want to go buy a bunch of Jordans, your mindset is whack. You want to go buy a bunch of bags, your mindset is whack, especially if you got kids. You got kids, you have no life insurance, no savings, no money in the bank, no financial game plan. Your mindset is whack and warped. So yes, I'm frustrated tonight. My voice, I can see it. You can see it all over my face, everything. I'm real frustrated tonight, especially with the people who look like me. Seriously. Y'all whack as hell, majority of you on here talking right now. Whack, whack to the whack, whack, whack. Mad at one black man. Get mad at every other white corporation that you support on a daily basis. Just keep that same energy. That's all I'm going to say. Now, Navy Federal, I did a $5,000 savings secured credit card. I did a $30,000 savings secured loan. Two different things, right? Loan and credit card. But what did I share with you about the credit card? When you get up with Navy Federal and you put that $5,000 or whatever your dollar amount is going to be on there, and if you pay it on time, and the balances. You cannot have your balances maxed out, all that stuff. All right. You cannot have your balances maxed out. So if you are paying your credit card on time and or paying it off, because honestly, I paid my card off every month. So I did a $5,000 secure card with Navy Federal. Secured. This blue card is a secure card. You could put up to $5,000 on this card. With Navy Federal, they max it out at $5,000. If you went to a credit union like DCU.org, D, David, C, Charlie, U, umbrella.org, if you went to DCU.org, then you could put up to $100,000 on a credit card. If you didn't know, tap in. TikTok, hit that double tap screen. If you see the double tap go away, if you see the hearts on the side go away, that means somebody kick in. It's enough of y'all on here to be double tapping that screen consistently. That helps me. If you see it on the sideways, it's called family. Some of y'all got to reteach Black people how to understand and work together, obviously. Obviously, because too many Black people know how to be separated and apart. So here in this channel, we're going to show you how to work as a team. It's called team. When one person finger get tired, somebody else going to kick in and start tapping. That's how that work. Team. All right. frustrating. It's real frustrating. Real frustrating. Whew. All right. Back to it. This was a $5,000 secure card. $5,000 secure card. Now today, when I opened up my Navy Federal account, this is now an unsecured card. And that $5,000 is available again to me in my savings account. Okay? I'll talk to you guys about this. So, if you have cash, if you have access to cash, right? I say this all the time. If you old school drug dealer, stripper, whatever you doing and you got cash in your pocket, get that cash up off your pocket and start learning credit. You live in America. I don't want to hear about what other societies, what other countries, what they doing. You live here in the USA. In the USA, credit is cash. Credit is cash. Credit is king. Your credit is right. You could go and do any and everything. You could change your whole life. Black people, I need you to understand that. Stop burning up your credit. Stop looking at your credit like it's something to burn up, like it's not important. It's very much important. Very much. You may be 20, 21 right now, but you're eventually going to grow up and you're going to want to be a productive member of society, which means you're going to want to buy things. You're going to want to travel. They don't take them little debit cards, them little prepaid cards everywhere. All right. They don't take Cash App everywhere. So tap in and get in tune to learn some real financial literacy instead of worrying about what Jordans came out today. Weak ass mindset ass people. But you on here thirsty to go buy some Jordans from Nike tomorrow, but you talking about Kanye. Okay. Baby, whack to the mindset. Whack to the mindset. Now, how does credit work? I need a marker. All right. With this credit card thing, all right, there's a process to how to use credit, how to manage credit, where it won't affect you and hurt you in the long run. All right. I'm talking to grown people on here. Anybody that's laughing and want to be a kid, you go on somebody else's page with all that weak whack shit. I'm a real queen, a real boss around here. So if you want to play games, go play games on somebody else's page. This ain't that. Seriously. Because I ain't in the mood tonight. For real. At all. To not play no crackhead games. So keep it moving. Especially if you don't want to get blasted. All right. So with credit, what did I say? You have to actually pay this sucker down every single month. If you paid this card on time for 6 months, I got this card in April. My statement date was on Monday. Logged into my bank account today. That $5,000 is available on this card. And the $5,000 is also available in my savings account. So now I got $5,000 on here, unsecured, because this is also now an unsecured card. This is no longer a secure card. They're going to send me another card in the mail that looks like this. Now they changed my card to another cash rewards card. So this is secured. This is unsecured. All right. Two different kind of credits that we're talking about here. What I've shared with you guys on my platform and my channel before, right? How credit works. It's two different types of credit. Secured and unsecured credit. Those of you with some cash, with some money, this is how you build your credit if you don't have none. Use your own money. Put your own money up. Build your credit. Get it to a level where you're not using your cash and your money. All right? Again, you live in America. Learn how America works. Learn the system here in America. Stop being a spender and a consumer and want to buy everything that come out and actually get your weight up. Get your paper up for a change. If you don't have $1,000 in your savings account, you really need to be listening. Hello. If you live in check to check, you really need to be listening. Hello. And stop worrying about somebody, whether it's $1 billion in assets or whether it's $100 million in assets. You don't have it. $100 million that you don't have, correct? Okay, so let's keep it real. Let's stick to the facts around here. Get your own paper and weight up before you get to talking about somebody else's. Now, with credit and how to manage credit and understand credit, all right, there is a process with this, because some of you guys say, oh, I'm on 3 platforms, TikTok, so don't ask no questions right now. I'll tell you when to tap in and start asking questions, because I'm not going to see nothing as people are commenting. If you commenting and agreeing, cool, but don't put no questions up, because I'm not looking at no questions right now. With these 2 particular cards, no matter which one you're using, secured or unsecured, all right, it's a thing called a payment date and a statement date. So many of you on TikTok shared that y'all credit is not moving right now. All right. Y'all credit is not moving right now. So sometimes when your credit is not moving, that lets me know and understand that, it might be something with how you paying. It might be something with your balances. So if you didn't know, now I'm getting ready to tell you. If you have a $5,000 card like I have, can everybody see? No, you cannot. TikTok, I need to move my screen over, right? Okay, right. Now you can see, right? Just one person on TikTok. I don't need that many. Just let me know you can see. You can see because I'm looking at the screen. You can see, and now you can see. Oh, it's backwards on y'all end. Then Facebook, some of y'all probably need to go over to TikTok. I don't know if I could change that or not. Let me see. TikTok is my main platform anyway. I'm not really on Facebook. And another reason why I am talking about the whole Kanye thing, why some of y'all not really paying attention to what's happening and going on right now. When companies like this start blocking you off of social media, baby, that's not free. You're not free. I'm also one of those people that's being blocked on social media right now. Facebook does not allow my content too much. Surprise, y'all even on here. It's only because I'm on my cell phone. If I get on my computer, if I get on my office computer, they like block my IP address. I don't even understand it. But if I get on my phone, y'all can see me. So I'm being blocked from Facebook and Instagram. Little old me. I'm nowhere near Kanye. So again, while some of you be paying attention and you want to wish luck and down on other brothers and sisters, no one understand them same exact things can happen to you. Same way you think your kid ain't gonna get shot and get murdered until it happened to you. So Black people need to start knowing and understanding when they mess with one of us, they mess with all of us, whether you like him or not, whether you agree with everything or not. Dodos on here arguing about a dang old man and his feelings. 5,000. You got a payment date, and then you have a statement. Can you still see that? Okay, statement. Payment date and statement date. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. So if any of y'all want to move over to TikTok or YouTube, I'm Patrice L. Stewart on YouTube. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on Facebook. But Facebook, we don't know how long you're going to be on here. Because like I said, I'm blocked technically from Facebook and Instagram. Also told me I had to remove my link in order to even get up here and be in front of you. So again, freedom riders, freedom speechers, you all up and ante, fake ass outrage. Payment date, let's just say your payment date was 10/15. Your statement date may be 10/20. Can you see that? Payment date may be 10/15. Statement date may be 10/20. Payment date may be 10/15. Statement date may be 10/20. TikTok, I'm gonna talk to you. Do anybody know and understand what I mean when I say payment date and statement date? Do you know the difference? Do you know how important you knowing these two different dates are? All right. So this is what is happening for some of you, because I'm really not gonna know until somebody look at your credit. So nobody can know what's going on with your credit unless they're looking at your credit report. So some of the questions that you guys asked me I'm again trying to educate you because maybe you don't know. But if you don't know, there's no way for me to know what's going on with your credit. If you're telling me you got whatever, it don't matter, because at the end of the day, it's on your credit report. And if I'm not looking at your credit report, it's only so much I can give you on here, okay? But because so many of you speak on this, I think that many of you don't pay attention to this. As far as when it comes to managing credit, you may know what it is. You may know your payment due date, right? This is the date that your payment is due by, right? But then this is a thing in the credit world called, I like to call it a grace period. All right. I like to call it a grace period. They say I might be losing my connection. I'm in the warehouse TikTok, so just stick with me. Go in and out. If I go in and out. YouTube, am I good? If I'm good, if I'm not good, YouTube, let me know. Or if I start freezing. Because again, I'm in this warehouse, so that's probably what it is. Okay, yeah, I'm freezing. Yeah, you just gonna have to ride the wave, baby. Ain't nothing I can do about it. All right. My contact information on TikTok is in my profile page. If you click my profile page, the link in my bio, it's a link right there in the bio. If you click that link, that's how you could get with me. All right. I'm also on YouTube under Patrice L. Stewart. I'm Patrice L. Stewart across every and any platform. Facebook, YouTube. But tonight I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, and I'm on my personal page on Facebook. All right. All right. There we go. We popped in. So if when my payment was due on the 15th, what I did was I knew this was my last month, but it don't matter because I've been paying the balance down every month anyway. Okay. I've been paying the balance down every month anyway. So if I use this $5,000 in credit, I pay the balance down all the way to zero. If not zero, I pay under 10%. All right. I pay under 10%. So I knew my 6 month was coming up, but I had other stuff going on anyway. So I paid the card down to completely zero. All right. So I made sure I didn't carry no balance at all. That was due, let's say, whatever the date. That was the payment date was the 15th. Now, this is the biggest thing that many of you are missing. When you make this payment, you cannot touch this card again for 5 days. You get what I'm saying? If you made the payment on 10/15, right? Everybody's statement date and payment date going to be different. Look at your credit card statement. At the very top of it, it's going to say payment date, and then it's going to say statement date. Sometimes it's 3 days, sometimes it's 4 days, sometimes it's 5 days. But this here is one of the most important pieces that you are missing more than likely when you are doing credit or working your credit, okay? Because this right here, this is what many of you do. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you paid this $5,000 down, right? On that date. Some of y'all go and take the card the next day and start swiping again. You just defeated the whole purpose of making the payment, baby. I like to call it a grace period. Okay? Grace period. So, this is the most important thing. So besides that payment date and you having to pay this card on time, right? This statement date is what's important because this is what gets reported to your credit. When the statement gets cut, this information on this day is what gets reported to your credit. All right? So if you go and swipe the card the next day for $2,500, let's say $3,000, let's up it up. Let's say you got an event, and now the very next day on the 16th, you go and swipe the card for $3,000. And then let's say you go, I went to the vet yesterday. I had to pay for Sock's vet. His vet appointment was $550. $550. I swiped. All right. So I got credit. Swipe that sucker. Right? Now I'm at $35.50. So by the time my statement report, what is my statement reporting? What I just say? That I just swipe? What's the dollar amount that my statement is reporting now? If I swipe $3,000, then I went to the vet and swiped $550. Now what is my statement date reporting? I need somebody to type the actual answer so I know you getting it on here. Thank you, Justnica. Thank you, Valencia. 35.50. You see how much that is? That's over 50% of your balance. That's over 60. We damn near going into 70 now. Do you see how that is? So now, even though you made this payment, you thinking I'm good. You're not good. You messed up because you didn't hold the money on here through the grace period. That's where you was missing. And it's a high utilization, but if somebody got a $5,000 credit card today, baby, these people swiping and using these cards. They're swiping. I'm looking at credit reports and financial statements all year. This is how it works. This is what I'm trying to tell you. If you're living in America, you need to know and understand the credit game and how America works in this country. And stop being a consumer. Stop being a spender and learn how to hold your money, how to flip your money, how to double up your money, how to maximize. That's the words that we use in financial services. Maximize. Okay? Asset protection, land, property, deeds, not cars, clothes, and rims. Not the new Jordans that came out today. Facebookers. New Jordans out, 150 comments on there. Same people telling me, oh, Miss Stewart, I can't afford your brunch that's coming up. Brunch $279, but you got $180 to go buy some Jordans and look real good. Dodo. All right. Then be on here wanting to ask 21 questions on the free live. Baby, I'm not even answering your questions if I see you on here. I'm skipping you. Go pay for a class like you paid for them Jordans for $180 plus tax. Holla. Any questions? Because I already said, yeah, my attitude real funky today. But I'm still on here teaching. Still on here being me. Still on here doing the God-given talent that God put in me because I'm the one that know how to talk to the people. Sometimes I be wanting to tell God, F these people. F these people. Because majority of them don't listen and don't care anyway and just want to argue with you. But I got to be obedient. I got to get on here and be obedient. All right, if I got to be obedient, then I'm obedient tonight with an attitude. Yes, I am. Because I got to be obedient, but I'm the one down here watching these dummies, watching these fools argue and spend their money, turn against their own. He said we should still be in slavery. While meanwhile, a 7-year-old got shot today living in his house, minding his business, washing his hands in his sink in Chicago. He wasn't even outside. He in his fucking house, minding his business. But he whole shot and dead today. But y'all on here talking about Kanye. Baby, bye. Miss me with the fake outrage. Holla at me when you ready to get on and put a real torch up. Because y'all so ready to get on and torch the internet with your whack-ass mindsets, with your running-ass mouth, not doing nothing. Then talking about somebody set you back. No, you set you back. One black man can't set you back. That's your mindset, that setback. Weaklings. That's your mindset. Roll with the masses. You just so controlled by white media and the masses, you don't even listen. And I don't got to agree with everything that man said. I don't have to agree with everything he said, but I see the bigger picture. I can surely attest to being blocked right now on Facebook and Instagram. I had to actually remove parts of my business to be able to even have a live on here today. Why should I have to remove my business link? Why? Because I got haters on here who want to go through and report the content, report the free information that you get, because ain't nobody else on here standing on here at 8 o'clock at night talking to your ass about learning no credit. Guarantee that. And without you paying $500 to $1,000, guarantee ain't nobody on here right now at 8 o'clock at night teaching, talking for free. as I said, do you have any questions? Payment date, statement date. Keep your money on the card until the statement date. Once the statement date comes, then you can swipe the card after 3 o'clock. Don't swipe that card before 9 a.m., before 3 o'clock. Statement date got to go out. They're going to cut that statement in the morning. So if you want to use the money again, there you go. Simple as that. Now today I woke up, I got my $5,000 on my card, and I got my $5,000 back in my savings account. Just like I told you, when you do it with Navy Federal, when you do it with Discover, when you do it with a lot of banks, but I like Navy Federal. I'm not a Discover fan. I did Discover. They gave me my money back in 6 months, but I'm not a Discover fan. I'm a bigger fan of credit unions. Credit unions work for you, the people. Credit unions work for you, the people. Interest rates on loans and credit cards are usually lower. Interest rates on savings accounts and CDs and money market accounts are usually higher. I'm on 3 platforms, and I'm not going through every single question here. So I'm gonna do a scroll up and see who I want to answer, and we'll go from there. But ain't nobody on here paying me nothing, so I'm gonna answer who I want to answer. Because you'll go pay for them Jordans, you'll go pay for that steak 48, all in a heartbeat. So don't get on here and ask me 21 questions. Or you could go to TikTok. I answer TikTok. I stay on there with them the longest. Yes, Valencia, this is a personal credit card. Navy Federal does offer business credit and business credit cards, but the card that I'm talking about tonight, this is a personal credit card. This is a secured card with Navy Federal. They only allow you to put $5,000 as the maximum on it. That's the only thing I don't like. I feel like they need to go higher with the card limit, but it is what it is. So I put $5,000 on this card in April. Today, I got my $5,000 put back in my savings account, and it's also $5,000 available on this card. TikTok, I'll show you the proof of it when I get done, because I actually took a screenshot, so that way I'll show you. You know, TikTok, you know I'm real big with showing proof. I ain't somebody on here just talking and running my mouth. I actually always have receipts and show receipts. So it's not gonna show the whole thing. But if you see right there, TikTok, you see 5,000. You see that 5 in the comma? That's where that came from. Then if you see over here, these 2 credit cards, they have a very small balance, if something at all. But that's where that came from. So down here, the last card is the secure card. The top is the Visa card. But now it actually, if you notice, it both says Visa. Rewards Visa, right? It's no longer a secure card. It's now this. So this card went from this blue secure card to now they're going to be issuing me another green card. So this card has 2,500 on it. This one had 5,000. Now I'm going to have 2 unsecured cards, one 5,000, one 2,500. All right. Again, as far as Navy Federal, you got to figure out your own way to get in. I don't get on here and talk to nobody about how to get into Navy Federal. You got to figure that out on your own. There are other credit unions that you can utilize, but at the end of the day, that's not what I talk about here on my page and channel. I'm an empowerment pusher. I'm an educate. I'm a mindset booster. I'm book smart and street smart. I'm financially sexy. I grew up in the hood, but I also know some shit. And I try to get on here and enlighten your mindset so you can learn some shit and get up off of the damn corporate trade slave, mental trade slave, media trade slave, and open up your mindset and understand who you are and who you got running through your vein lines. Maybe hearing me talk to you will get you to maybe pump up a little bit and understand who the hell you are as Black people instead of always trying to roll up against each other. There are a few of us out here that have been pushing and empowering you, but you don't listen to us. We've been talking for years. We're tired, which is why you don't have no leaders, which is why you don't have the shit that you have, because we're fucking tired, because all of you just want to sit back and run your mouth on media all day. That's it. Like I said, 7-year-old shot here in Chicago, but everybody focused on Kanye. Somebody already rich. Get your paper up. Next question. I'm not okay. And I'm not finna act like I'm okay. Yeah, my face look tired because I'm tired. Seriously. Tired. 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 This is the credit card. So what I was explaining as a recap, if you're just coming in, I'm talking about Navy Federal, credit cards, the process, all of that. All right. At the end of the day, what I was saying was I had a $5,000 secure card. Many of you share with me that your credit does not move. So I wanted you to understand maybe you're not utilizing your credit cards the proper way. Maybe you're not utilizing your credit or understanding this financial literacy that you need to know and understand. All right. Outside of you not knowing that, I'm also a civil rights kid. So yeah, I'm going to get in here and I'm going to talk my shit. I'm going to get in your ass. I'm going to talk to you like big cousin. Because too many of you walking around here blinded. So sometimes somebody got to remind you where you at while you think you tough and talking smack about somebody online who don't know you, who don't care about you. You got people in your community that do care about you, that are online trying to put information out. But you're focused on the wrong thing, baby. You done picked up the wrong torch once again, and you always do it. You always pick up the white man torch for him. He don't even got to drug Kanye because it's enough of y'all on here doing it for him. Like you always do. Willie Earl mindsets up in here. That's all you are, is a bunch of Willie ass Earls. That's it. That's it. Never once said you got to agree with them. That ain't what I said. I said, if you see the bigger picture, period, get up out your feelings. Because that's what's wrong with too many of y'all. On here, emotional as hell. Grown and emotional. Grown and need somebody to love you, hug you. Need some mental. Some of you need therapy. Talking about somebody disrespected you. Baby, bye. Disrespected every single day of your life with these white corporations that you frequent. But it's okay because they say it behind closed doors and he be manic. He is bipolar. He's manic. Yes. That's why you have episodes like that. It's called manic. If you didn't know, if you don't know about mental illness because your grandmama said all your life, oh, your uncle okay. No, your uncle wasn't okay. His ass was bipolar. And he was having the manic attack, which means they say random stuff. They gonna talk right at the. That's what it's called. But because somebody said something that looked like you and got in your feelings, oh, now it's cancel him. Oh, slavery was a choice. Oh, he said something about Floyd's family. But your kids got out here and tore the neighborhoods up. If you were so concerned about Floyd's family, why your neighborhood looked worse than it did before he died? Who? Answer that one. Then come back over here. Maybe this one shouldn't have been a Navy Federal tonight. Maybe I shouldn't even try to get on. Because, baby, I'm a Gemini. Like it or leave it. I'm a Gemini, and I know my mind be all over the place. I know people think I'm crazy. I don't care. We're smart. We're educated. We're thinkers. We're thinkers. We're thinkers. Whether you don't like what we're thinking or not, we're thinkers. We're thinkers. We question everything, even if you don't like it. Then the other thing I really want to get on here and say something, and then I'm going to go back to this credit. All right. I'm also tired of seeing you Negro here talking about who sat down with Trump. This is once again how I know and understand you don't know shit. and how this world works and how America works. Y'all cancel Chrisette Michelle because she sat down with Trump a couple of years ago. Y'all cancel somebody else because they played some music for Trump a couple of years ago. Let me learn you something today, okay? With you hood babies that don't know nothing. There is such thing called red and blue. Y'all on here love to argue about it all the time. Which Democrat, what Republican doing something for you? Both of the parties work together, period. Whether we like them or not, that's what you got here in America. So no matter what color you are, blue, black, red, green, if you're going to try to get something done for the Black people, for the American people, that means you have to sit down with the other team. Some of y'all never played football in your life. Some of you men don't know structure. If you're a football player, you know and understand why he sat down with Trump. You know and understand why Chrisette Michelle sat down with Trump. You know and understand those things because you know and understand it takes two parties. Congress is ran, your government is not ran by your president. So all y'all on here talking now, your government is ran by you, who you need to be voting for right now. Congress and Senate. Alabama, Atlanta, whatever y'all at down south, y'all got governors down there that's trying to, that has already taken away women's rights, right? You can't get abortions in Georgia. You got to drive to a whole nother other state in Georgia to get an abortion. You need to be taking your ass down there and voting that congressman out and getting Stacey up in there. I don't talk politics, but if you really want to talk politics, the president is the least of your worries. The real people who make the decision are your Congress and your Senate. So, yes, if you see a Black person sit down with Trump, it don't mean that, oh, now he has to fight the whole Black race because you so fucking mentally warped. If you didn't know, Black people, you used to be Republicans back in the day. They switched you over and been bamboozling you for the last 100 years, okay? Learn something before you get to jumping on the bandwagon off of social media posts, off of shade room posts, off of whoever want to post. Because you don't read. You go by the headline and you go running with the information. Did any of you read the article? Did any of you listen to the real videos? Did you listen to them in full? Or did you see a 30-second clip and you ran with it? Right. Shut up talking to me. Move around, clown. Get up off my page. Now I'll go back to it. Now I'll go back to the questions. For all them people that woke and know so much, arguing about somebody who got $100 million more than you, and you ain't even got $1,000 in your save account. Sit your 100 there near ass down somewhere and go learn something. Sick of y'all. Sick of y'all. Sick of you. Because this all you do is run your mouth. Run your mouth. Not one time have you come to an event, have you come to a rally. Not one time, especially if you're in Chicago. I hold stuff all the time. Hold stuff all the time. Don't see none of you. Right. But you on here listening to this free info today, but you know it all. Right. TikTok, what you got? YouTube, what you got? I ain't wanting to fake the phony. I already started my live with I got an attitude tonight. So if you don't like it, move around. Bye. I was told you should pay your credit card balance off before your statement date. Is that true? Yes, Pretty Brown. We obviously know that you're new here. I just said that. $5,000 credit card. Statement date the 15th. I paid the balance down to 0. You have to hold the money on the card. It's called a grace period. If your grace period is 3 days, you got to hold it for 3 days. If it's 4 days, you got to hold it for 4 days. If it's 5 days, you got to hold the money and don't touch the card. Don't swipe it. Don't spend it. Because paying it is one thing, but then waiting on your statement to cut is another thing. The example that I gave before I went on my little rant was if I have $5,000 today and I made it by the payment date, but on the 16th, I go and swipe $3,000, that just messed me up. If I took my dog to the vet yesterday and paid $550, now that's $3,550 that's on my card now. So when my statement cut, it's not going to show that I paid $5,000. It's going to show, well, it's going to show the payment. Let me not say that. It's going to show the payment, but what it's going to do is going to report the current balance at that time. So the current balance at that time on the 20th, when this statement cut, was $3,550. That's what, damn near 70%? I don't know. I can't think no more. I know it's over 40. I know it's over 60. That's a high, right? So some of you guys that are on here saying, well, Patrice, I pay my card every month. If you pay your card every month and you're not doing this, this is why your credit score looks the way it does. If you pay your card every single month and you are carrying a balance when the statement hits, this is why your score is not moving, baby. Or this is even why your score is dropping. You have to not touch that card for this period. Like I like to call it a grace period. Everybody's is going to be different. On average, it's 3, 4, or 5 days. Look at the top of your credit card statement. It will show it. I just repeated that. I mean, if you just came in, then sorry, baby. You just probably missed the live. I just repeated it. I need to go through Facebook and see if anybody got any questions on here. If you just got the green card, you need to use that card for probably a solid 30 to 60. Probably a solid 3 to 6 months, more than 3 months. Because I applied for a couple of my clients applied for a card right away and they got denied. A couple of my clients applied for a card like 90 days later, they got denied. So now what I've been kind of telling people is use that card that you got for a solid 6 months, pay that sucker, pay it on time, and then maybe apply for another card. But I wouldn't apply for it right away if you just got approved for one. This not like American Express. TikTok, you next. You already. So I'm Patrice L. Stewart on TikTok. If you looking for any other information after I do get off of Facebook and YouTube, I stay with TikTok the longest. TikTok, double tap that screen. Thank you, Indigo Chick. Anybody trying to book me, link in my bio on TikTok. I'm having a whole mastermind in Chicago. Whole mastermind, 3-hour event. It's $297. I'm teaching you systems. I'm teaching you sales. I'm teaching you automation. You're going to sit down with me and 20 other leaders in the community that's moving and grooving. I got a 6-figure earner on there. Black woman, got her own real estate company. She's going to be there. Got another Black woman who's a loan officer, Ellen Braisley, Makita Smith, are going to be in the room. Both of these women are powerhouses right now in the real estate game. Ellen, both of her kids already have property. Ellen's son is 18 right now. He getting ready to buy a 3-flat building. She's not putting her kids out on the street with no assets. Her daughter has already purchased 2 buildings. Her daughter's 22, bought her first building at 18. She's not putting her kids out on the street at 18 with no assets. She understands generational wealth. She understands ownership. It's called own something. Own. Ownership. Big difference than being a consumer, than renting. Big difference. No, I don't do credit repair right now. I closed my credit repair company. I got too much going on. I could refer you to a great Black lady. Her name is Jerry Tolliver. She has a credit repair business. If you want, you can message me. You can message me on Facebook Messenger, and I'll send you her information. Her company is called Fly Credit. Fly, FLYY, two Y's, Credit. It's gonna be a Black woman with curly hair on the website. You can go to Jerry Tolliver. She is very, very, very real versed, and she has a personal credit and a business credit program. Um, I'm only going on TikTok. I'm done with every other platform. I'll stay on YouTube, but Facebook, I'm getting off of here because I'm not going to be on this platform when, like I've already said, I'm being blocked and banned, and a lot of my content is being blocked and banned. I had to actually remove my business link to even get on live tonight. So I'm not about to continue to support this platform, and they're blocking my content and my voice. So I will be on TikTok and YouTube. If any of you all want to transition over there, you can. I'm Patrice L. Stewart there. I'm out. Oh, I'm definitely doing some sage, smoking me a blunt, all type of stuff. Don't worry. The event is in person. It's in Chicago. Yes, I do help set up LLCs and companies. I know I shouldn't be blocked, but that's the difference from, again, when you're on other people's platforms. When you're on platforms that you don't own, when you're on platforms that are controlled by white and Jewish media. That's the difference. When you're on platforms like Facebook, when somebody lies and says that your content not is spam and not real, then they allow your page to be blocked. Unlike TikTok, I can go and I can put a rebuttal in and I can speak up for myself on TikTok, and TikTok will open my platform back up like they have done before. But Facebook is different because they're controlled by a different breed, which people aren't paying attention. So, like I said, if it happens to one person who's a billionaire, whatever y'all want to say he is, 400 millionaire, he got more than you and I, period. Whatever you want to say his worth is, at the end of the day, if he's being blocked and I'm being blocked, then what else are they doing? Why you on here arguing about somebody? Your rights are being taken. Your controls are being taken. Your voice is being taken because you're the one that's leading the torch with it. You're the one that's leading the torch. Do you have a calendar with your events in NYC would like to attend? Nope, I don't have a calendar. This is probably the last event that I'm going to do in Chicago. The next event I'm doing in Atlanta. So we'll see. Everything is on my booking site though. As far as like what events that I do, you can keep up with me here. I'll type the link in the bio. I'm getting ready to scroll up now, TikTok. Majority of your questions probably went away, so I'll just start from what I could see. What about baby child support? Okay, as far as Navy Federal, I don't figure out how you get in there. That's on you to figure it out how to get in there. You do have to kind of be sponsored in today. I was able to get in through my grandfather, so I've been in Navy Federal for over 10 years. Um, at that particular time, they were asking, "Do you have a family member in the military?" You could say yes. At that point, my family member was my grandfather who was a Tuskegee airman. All right, but as far as you getting in, that's on you to figure that out. All I'm doing is giving you the information here because, again, this is not with just Navy Federal. That credit card that I talked about, that payment statement date, all that, that's with any credit card. American Express, Barclay, Chase, Discover, all of them, same process. So it really don't matter. I always put Navy Federal because that's what gets y'all attention. At this particular time, I'm being honest, I'm grabbing your attention with the whole Navy Federal. But the information I'm talking about, you could do this with any credit union. It don't have to be Navy Federal. Let me block and delete this fool here. We always got one or a few. Do it affect your credit? Does it affect your credit if you have the card but don't use it? So actually, yes, it affects your credit. But the beautiful thing is that if you have the card and you don't use it, it still reports paid on time. So if I had this $5,000 card and I don't touch it every month, it still reports paid on time. That's great for you. That's really how they want credit to be. They don't want you to max it out and use it up. And they want you to use it, but if you're gonna use that five, they want you to pay it down. They don't want you to have 5,000 as your balance and you're paying them $20 a month. You'll never get out of debt. They don't want you paying maxing out your credit card and then you paying $25 a month. If y'all paying the bare minimum, you're not using credit properly. That also shows them. Let me also teach you something here too, because I have 18 years of experience in the accounting, banking, tax industries. I worked for a bank for over 6 years. I've been in the tax industry for over 15 years. Okay. So how lending and how the back office looks at you, how underwriters, let's use the proper terms, start learning real terminology. How underwriters look at you when you apply for credit, this is what they look at. If your credit cards are maxed out and you're paying the bare minimum, that really means you can't afford the credit. So that's another reason why you're denied. You're not denied necessarily that you don't have the money, you can't afford the credit because based off of your credit report, you're maxed out on all your cards. And it shows the minimum, it shows the payments that you're making. So it shows every month the payments that you're making. It also shows the balances and it reports the balances. That's why this statement date is so important because it's going to report the balance. You can float this $5,000 if you did it the right way, if you did it properly. Let me start recording myself so I could put this on YouTube later. All right. So let's do a quick recap. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's do a quick recap. All right. I got that off my chest, so I actually feel better now. Let me take a sip of water. Every leader gets frustrated. Every person gets frustrated. I'm gonna have my days. I don't need y'all to tell me it's gonna be okay. What's known, I need to be explained. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say because it's me. Period. I don't need all that extra stuff. I'm gonna get it out because it needs to be said. Because obviously, what's known does need to be explained because a lot of people on here slow with it. So it does need to be explained. It needs to be broken down in layman terms, obviously, because too many people don't understand and get it. We're gonna do this recap and I'm getting out. Credit. Talking about credit tonight. This was a secure card, $5,000. This is unsecured, $2,500. These are with Navy Federal. Okay. What I was saying was, if you have a secure card, and this really happens with most banking institutions. This definitely happens with Discover. This definitely happens with Barclay cards. If you do this the way I'm saying it, you get these cards, you put your money on there. I put 5,000. You can max out this Navy Federal secure card with 5,000. If you have more than 5,000, you could go to a credit union like DCU.org, David Charlie Umbrella.org, DCU.org. You could put $100,000 on a secure credit card with DCU.org. My client opened up two $50,000 secure cards with DCU.org. He started a business. He got a contract. That $100,000 that they gave him, he put it in his credit union in DCU.org. Then he moved that money and got two secured cards for $50,000. He paid them cards he floated that money for 60 days till it reported on his credit report. Then he went to Chase and got a $40,000 credit card. Then he went to Barclay and got a $30,000 credit card. Then he went to another company. He did 3 cards and he got about $120,000 in credit. Okay. So he maximized his own credit and money, which is what I be telling y'all, especially those of you that come across money and cash. You old drug dealer, if you old stripper and you got cash put up, turn that cash into credit if you're going to be living in America for now. Now, they also going into crypto. That's a whole nother other space. I'm not real familiar with that, but I got people in my community teaching on crypto. Don't worry. We got stuff for that, right? But in the meantime, how we living today, cash is king in America. Credit is king, not cash. You can have somebody with 100,000 and a 500 credit score, and they're going to get a person with the 750 or the 800 credit score and probably 20 grand in the bank. Big difference. No one understands the country that you live in and how we work here. This ain't a consumer country. If you all a consumer, you're not winning. If you're not tripling your money, doubling your money, flipping your money, you're not winning. So if you're going to get that secure card, you're going to put the money on there, you're going to pay it on time, and you're going to pay the balance down every single month for 6 months. I got that card in April. My statement date just hit. On Monday, this $5,000 that was on that card, this $5,000 card that's a secure card is now showing $5,000 as a cash rewards card. They turned this secure card into a cash rewards card. So I'm going to be getting a card in the mail, an updated card in the mail. So now I have a $2,500 cash reward card, and now I have a $5,000 cash reward card, both unsecured. Now it's unsecured now. That $5,000 that I had put on here is now in my savings account. So now I have $5,000 sitting in my savings account and $5,000 on this card. Pretty much doubled the money in 6 months. That's an easy way. That's an easy hack right there. Double your cash in 6 months. That's the quick, slow route. You want to really learn how to double your cash, stay tapped in to this page. I give you info all the time. What don't you get now? I'm going to just refresh the screen. If some of y'all questions go away, then they just go away because I'm on here for free. Ain't nobody paying me tonight. So if your question went away, then your question just went away. In that link in my bio up here, this little green page that say Patrice L. Stewart, when you click that, it will take you to my profile page. On my profile page, there is a link. So on that link, you could click and book with me. I'm getting ready to kind of go into some stuff here on TikTok and show them my screen and stuff, you guys. So YouTubers, if you guys want to, what time is it? Oh yeah, it's over an hour. YouTubers, if you guys want to come on over to TikTok, you can. I'm Patrice L. Stewart on that platform. You'll see me. I have a green dress on with a bow in my face. You know my face, so you know what I look like. I know it's a couple of fake pages, but my page is Patrice L. Stewart. All right. I got like 75,000 followers. You'll know it's me. That's the real page. If you see another Patrice L. Stewart fake page and it don't have no followers, then you know you're not on the right page. My TikTok got about 75,000 followers. So then you know you at the right place with hella content and videos that I educate you on a regular daily basis. So, all right, we're going to go over that because I want to show my screen, YouTubers. Have a good night.